Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome, y'all. This is another episode of Comedic Mines. We are so glad to have y'all in today. I'm just glad that I'm with my people again. We just get to see each other once again.
Wednesday night.
During these times.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Monday night.
Anyway,
Monday night.
Yeah, so thanks again. We are season 2, so I'm so excited. Again, we are your hosts. I am Ivana.
And I'm Valentine. Hey.
We have some really special guests for y'all today. We have TK Kirkland and we have Darion. This is really going to be lit. I'm ready to get into it, but first we have some announcements though, right?
Yeah, one quick announcement. So if you are up and coming comedian and you would like to be considered to be on the show and pair it up with a seasoned vet, go to Crucial Conversations TV, the YouTube website. Please follow or subscribe, not follow. Like the video and leave a comment with your social media handle. Mm-hmm. You know, where we can view some of your comedy or your social media. And you might get a text or a call or email from the co-executive producer Jacinta if she likes your shit.
But all seriousness though, we look forward to seeing y'all shit.
Yes, for real. So please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment with your social media handle, and you can be on too with who knows, TK Kirkland or Melanie Camacho, Irina Voronina. Oh, Lord, I'm always messing her name. Irina, I should just leave it to Irina or whomever, one of our great veteran comedians this season. So,
that's exciting. So, all right, what you want to get into?
Oh, Lord. Well, the hot topic.
We can't not talk about it.
Crucial topic for this week, or this Monday evening, is Donald Trump's diagnosis of catching COVID-19.
Your boy got the vid.
Yes.
But I mean, I felt like it was any time this was gonna happen. I feel like this is actually a lot later than I thought it was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna catch the shit like a little bit at the beginning of COVID. Mm-hmm. Everybody around his camp was like, so many people were not wearing masks properly. They just wasn't following procedures. They weren't following, the U.S. policy around, face coverings, which is the irony in that with him being president. So I'm just like, duh, of course he's got COVID. Mm-hmm. But he's old as hell, so I don't think he's going to recover very well from this.
I know he does not have, great medical health. He's not in great health. I don't think he is. I don't think he is personally.
No,
I don't know.
He's mid-70s. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's just not healthy. He's not healthy. We see the way that he eats. We see the way that he eats. We've seen his because he has like a Diet Coke. He puts like ketchup on his steak. He eats McDonald's.
McDonald's a lot. He's always talking about McDonald's. Yeah, his diet is.
Yeah, so
doesn't sound great.
He don't take care of himself. It's just a recipe for literal disaster.
Okay, so I had mixed feelings about it. The mixed feelings were surrounding whether it was true or false. I felt like he was a little shook after the first debate with Joe Biden. And he was like, I'm not doing no more motherfucking debates.
Yeah,
and we're going to figure out a way out of this. I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do. I don't want to get back on the stage. Oh, all of a sudden now I have COVID,
Yeah.
I think the positives for him in that was that. And then also him being able to say, oh, see, I'm okay. It's not that serious. Mm-hmm. Like he started saying he took whatever drug he pushing at the time.
Yeah,
and now
I
he's
feel that too.
It's nothing to be concerned about. I made it through and now I'm immune.
You know what? And I tell people all the time, like, I love a good conspiracy theory here and there. I will go down the YouTube rabbit hole myself. And I kind of wouldn't put that past him because earlier this year, and man, it's been such a long year, but Kim Jong-un, isn't that the one who like faked his death to see whose real niggas was? I would not be surprised if this is something along those lines either. But the reality of things is that his camp has not been following procedures. Even the people who bring him coffee, that man got COVID. Kellyanne Conway, she got COVID.
Okay, so I tried not to be happy as I heard all of these. I ain't gonna lie, when my heart kind of skipped a beat in a very joyful way when I heard she had COVID-19, and that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, I know it's like these. It's just you don't want to hear. You shouldn't feel happy when harm comes to somebody, but it's just you can't help it when they wish so much harm and inflict so much harm on other people and don't give a fuck
on
the
saying?
daily.
Truly.
So it's like, oh, justice.
The reason why over 200,000 people have died is because he was so dismissive of the information that he was receiving from, CDC and World Health Organization. I mean, he's even like, was it the Paris Agreement, about climate change? So, like, he's just completely backed out of these things and been dismissive. So he doesn't even take care of his people. His people don't take care of our people. And they just wish, like, death and harm amongst us anyway. So I don't pray or give any well wishes to people like that.
You know what, to me, was another example of it's just everywhere he goes, it's chaos, dissension, and confusion.
Yeah.
It's like he's sick.
Yeah.
And now his doctors, it's like you getting these conflicting stories about his health, and was he on the air? What is it? Was he on air? Was he not on air?
Or ventilator or something like that?
Was he on oxygen? Was he not on oxygen? You got the doctors lying.
I'm wondering that myself,
and I'm like, what is going on? Why are we lying about
truth?
this?
Yeah,
oh my God, everything this dude get involved in. I worked for some CEOs like that.
Me too.
One in particular, I remember he loved it. His mentality was, if you kept people at odds, that kept them sharp. If you kept them at odds with each other, that kept them sharp. But all he would do was just go. He was like the main person to really create a lot of employee relations issues and shit like that. The CEO, because he's going around talking to this man. Oh, so, and he encouraged them to do the same.
Right.
It's like a real messy, shady environment.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember working. I'm not going to say the company, of course, but I remember working in that environment, and sexual harassment, racism, it's just everything is rampant. They rampant. It's almost like they all breaking employee
code, all that shit.
Law.
Yeah.
They didn't give up. They was trying to tell me what the employee law was, and I was like, no, sir. It's just crazy. But I don't know. It's like, that's how I felt. Like, dang, everything this dude do is chaos and destruction following. And then what really bothered me tonight before I came here, let me make sure I keep track of time. Tonight, because TK comes in at 8:15, you guys, so stay tuned. We just chatting, on the crucial topics until 8:15. So, but tonight I watched the town hall with Joe Biden. It came on earlier.
Oh, I didn't get to watch that.
And some of these people's questions are like, shut up. This one lady, she was light-skinned black lady, and the moderator, I forget his name. Anyway, he announces the guests and their, I guess, their status on who they're going to vote for and stuff like that before they ask the question. And so he says, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, she's from so-and-so, so-and-so, and she's leaning, leaning undecided, leaning towards voting for you. So she gets to the mic and she says in this like smug look on her face, like a little grin. So I watched the presidential debates, between you and yourself and Donald Trump, and yes, Donald Trump continuously interrupted, but it looked like he was bullying you, and that you couldn't handle the pressure of a bully, and that you kind of looked kind of weak. So how will we expect you to be able to handle world leaders and their and I was thinking to myself, this is the most ignorant question I've ever heard in my life.
This was the black girl asked that question?
Yes, light-skinned black lady.
Fuck.
And she did it so smug, like, how are you going to... And I'm thinking to myself, yo, you can't win for losing.
Yeah.
If this man matched him, I'm sure, which he can, and cursed Donald Trump out, like, I would have did, like, I don't give a fuck. You could kiss my black ass. I'd have said all of everything. I'd have said all of everything and everything else on the podium. Told him that he could,
that too.
and we'd have talked about none of the issues. I'd have talked about his
well,
great grandmama.
Yeah.
I'd have talked about Ivanka pussy.
I would have cursed
I would have said
family.
all types of shit right there. I don't give a fuck. They sitting right there. I'd have talked. They would have got mad. I'm gonna jump on. Jump. By the time I was finished,
I know
I'd be like, Donald
right.
Trump, you think your mouth bad? Wait.
Right.
But at any rate. I was like, this man didn't really say anything. You can't keep feeding into it. He tried to stick to the issues. He was talking to the camera, which he told her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this man was vice president with
Barack
Obama.
He's had a longer political career than Trump ever will.
He had to point that out. So he was like, I've been dealing with these people forever. What do you like? I'm thinking, what about him his week before?
I'm like, bitch, they know me. I'm good
yes,
over here.
like this dude has been doing this for a long time, but he dealing with. First of all, other countries and that will respect America because when America was great, you know what I'm saying, had respect in the world. Yeah. And he's not dealing with a bunch of immature children who running around. And if they did, if he was, he wouldn't deal with them. Oh, get back to America when you start acting right. Next.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Right
Yeah.
now, you're dealing with a bully in America who
Yeah.
happened to be the president acting crazy. Why would you ask him that question? Someone say, sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down till you got a real question.
Stop.
Sit down till you got a real question. Stop wasting time. Like, and it looked like he was bullying you and you were weak. How do you expect... I want to say, snatch, get the mic from there.
He didn't look weak at all. He just looked like he was rising above the
Of
bullshit
course he didn't
that
look
Trump
weak,
was doing.
no.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
And then, right after she asked him that question, Lester Holt, that's his name, Lester Holt, that's the host. The host turns around and says, well, you did tell him, shut up, and you called him a clown, and you did it. Like, he started saying all the bad things he said to him. And he was like, is that presidential? I was like, damn, you can't win for losing. The man don't fight, he weak. If he talk back,
it's too much,
that's
right?
not presidential.
Yeah, like he's being aggressive.
I'm like, oh my God. If you ask me, he played the fine line. When he was fed up, he was like,
him to shut up too.
I would have did more than that.
That's right. I know.
The Secret Service would have came after me, and my mouth would have been all the weapon I needed.
Because the moment he started talking about his son, I'm like, you ain't gonna, like, if I lost a son and my other son has like a substance abuse issue, you ain't just gonna like talk about my son like that, my nigga.
Yeah,
like,
talking. I would have been like, oh, you want to talk about family members?
Right.
Let's start with your wife.
Right.
Everybody Google Melania and look at her titties online. Do it right now. I just said right on the podium. Everybody Google right now. Look at her titties. Everybody and tag his Twitter. Tag his Twitter. I would have said, I would have been like, you want to start? Let's start. I'd have been like, we can talk about, and after we get through with this, I'd have said the debate need to be like 2 or 3 hours. Let's do the first hour and a half of that, and then we get to the issues.
So just straight reading each other.
Yeah, let's get it over with. Let's get it over with. Let's do it.
Okay.
But that's my side who wants to be petty.
That's
like,
very New York way of handling things. So I like it though.
I can't be the president.
Yeah.
I can't be
I can't
an elected official.
It's too much rise above shit. Because at this point, I've been like, I would have had to be like, honestly, bitch, just meet me outside. Like, because you talk a whole lot of shit. You talk about my son, ho. Like, let's go.
I couldn't. I'd be like,
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
He's so fucking low. And I applaud anybody who doesn't stoop to his level anyway, because that's what he wants. And then he's going to, like try to switch up and be like, oh, see, look, now you're being so aggressive. Now you're being so aggressive too. Mm-hmm. And that's how he is. He's very manipulative. So like, don't even fall for it.
I don't know what to say when it comes to that man. I'm just ready. I'm ready. Well, actually, states have started voting.
Yes.
I'm ready to vote. Like, I'm ready.
People are mailing in their ballots and shit now. So yes.
Yeah, they started voting. I'm ready to just get this over with. I want to see whether or not we going into civil war. Or we going into a time of back to reality and adult shit, and us actually living up to the dream of or the promise of America, because it seemed like we ain't doing none of that. We are siding on petty.
Not at all.
Oh, and then really quickly, because I think we have 3 minutes and counting. But there was another question about what will your administration do in regards to the COVID-19 pandemic and stuff like that, right? That is, I guess they posed the question as if that will unite us. Okay. And then when he said he will make it a national that everybody has to wear masks and blah blah blah. And why do we have to? I was like, oh my God. He said everybody. He said everybody has to wear masks. It's no what is the issue? There's no my constitutional right. I'm not wearing that mask. Yeah. What is going on?
No.
Like, hello, this is not politicized. There's a disease. I mean, there's a virus, and we're trying to get it underway so you can do all the things you want to do again.
Yeah, even after this is over with, I think too that we need to absolutely normalize wearing a mask when you have a cold or when you have a flu, when you are sick, and if you can possibly catch something or pass it on to somebody else. They should definitely normalize that because other countries do that shit. Hello. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I definitely want to see a better plan on how we're going to combat this, because even with COVID, yes, it is COVID, but this is also going to help us with flu season after this. This is going to help us with other things. Like, we definitely need to put forth more effort into research and create things that keep people safe. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just run for office. Hell, shit. Yeah. I got a plan.
Well, I ain't going to run for office because I know I'm going to lose.
I'm not either. No, I'm going to be like,
no, I can't deal with this. It's too much. Too much. No. All right, so you want to introduce TK? We about to pull him in.
Yes. Here. Are we? Oh, we almost in this thing. We doing it.
Well, I could. You want to?
Yes, go right ahead.
TK Kirkland is a businessman, comedian, and podcast host. TK was born in New Jersey, but grew up on the streets of Compton, California. His first taste of stardom came from touring with NWA. Since then, TK has been known as the gangster of comedy and has shared the stage with a multiple of stars, including Eminem, Jay-Z, Keisha Cole, Lil Wayne, and more. He continues to have a very celebrated and versatile career. Let's welcome TK Kirkland!
Can y'all see me?
Yes, I can see you, man. It's cold in your house.
Good. So I want to make sure we're clear. I grew up in Jersey City.
New
Jersey.
All
so
right.
I ran the streets of Compton with Eazy-E when we started out with NWA back in 1988.
That's lit.
That's lit.
So random.
So that was the beginning of it all.
That was
that's when you got
was
your
a
first
good
break
thing.
in comedy too, right? With Eazy-E and the NWA?
Say that again.
Is that when you got your first break in comedy with NWA and Eazy-E?
No. I was already doing stand-up.
Okay.
Believe it or not, even I talked about NWA the most, but I really toured with Keith Sweat and Tina Marie first.
Really?
So cool.
How was that?
I was with them first. And matter of fact, when I was touring with Bobby Brown as well,
What?
that's when I met Eazy-E.
I don't even know where to start. Like,
Okay,
what?
after all of that,
Okay, so then how did you start then with Tina Marie and all? Like, how did that come about?
Well, I used to hang out with Tina Marie back in the day. So
Okay.
Tina Marie, she had a group of friends. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was like his wife was her valet, and we all hung out. But all this came from me being in the streets because I was a hustler, and all my friends knew this person, that person. So I used to hang at Tina Marie's house. I used to hang over at Rick James' house. It was a great journey.
Mm-hmm. Listen, in the intro, I said that you're known as the gangster of comedy.
No, that's not me. Believe it or not, I started out doing the gangster comedy. Another comic has it now, but I got rid of the gangster comedy thing because it stagnates you. And I dropped it maybe 10, 15 years ago. And when you come from the streets, you don't want to have nothing to do with gangster. You don't have nothing to do with crime. Mm-hmm. You don't want to have nothing to do with none of that. So I'm just TK Kirkland.
Okay. Well, I definitely think you are very real. I've been a fan now and admirer for a long time, even way before I met him. Yeah. And I think, me personally, I think your personality is perfect for this age, especially but more for unscripted television. I think you are 100% made for this era. He's the right mix, like total right mix, in my opinion.
Oh, I like
well, thank you.
Yeah, for real, man. I mean, I watch a lot of. I'm a big television watcher.
Me too.
And especially social media, YouTube, all these different things. And I saw him so many times on different things, and I was like, this dude. Okay. Like, this dude is gold. There's a couple of people that kind of stood out to me. Yeah. But let me tell you really quickly, I met him at the Laugh Factory, right? Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, you were at the Laugh Factory when I met you the first time.
Okay, I believe you. But you see, what's so funny, I'm trying not to wear my glasses.
Oh.
I can't even see y'all.
Are you looking at us on the screen to the side as well?
Yeah, I see images, but I can't see you.
Okay, so yeah, I was actually Jacinta and Jacinta, co-executive producer. We went to the Laugh Factory together, and he performed. Who Raised You? Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
And
Who Raised You? Something else.
Yes, and when you came off the stage, you had walked past me, and I had to get my courage up because he's kind of, you have an intimidating presence about yourself, and I know your personality from TV, so I was like, okay, I need to get it together. I can't stutter. I need to come correct, get right to the point, because I don't know how this dude is going to respond. Yeah. But anyway, when I walked up to him, he was so cool. He was like, all right, bro, let's exchange information. I was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I always try to do things. So let me ask you a question. So you Valentine?
Yeah.
So let me tell you, now I'm gonna have you laughing. For some reason, I didn't think you was on the show. That's why I was not paying attention. Does that make sense?
No, because you did pay attention to me when I walked up to you.
No, I'm talking about right now.
Oh my God!
I'm talking about right now. Right
Oh,
now, I'm just
you
thinking
can't see me.
You just another comic, right? I'm just thinking you another comic, not knowing You my man. What's up, Valentine?
That is so funny. You really, he don't have his glasses on.
I cannot.
He don't have his glasses.
Well, you do look different. You do also look different now, Valentine. So
He seen me, I can't believe he didn't know all this time it was me talking to him.
I did not know it was you.
Yeah,
Are
man.
you Valentine?
I was just saying, God. I was saying while y'all was talking, I said, "Oh, these people are very informative. I like their style." And I was when I got off the phone, I was gonna say, "Yo, Valentine, that dude who's hosting is really good."
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. I do.
That's funny. Wow.
Yeah. Did you always know you had a knack for comedy though? That you was a funny dude.
Comedy is something that just happened. It wasn't. I was a college student. I was training for the Olympics at Cal State Northridge. I was a track and field star. A lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
I came out of New Jersey as a track star. And I never got in trouble before being back east. And I come out to California, I guess being on my own, and I just went wild. Credit card fraud, you name it. Stealing books at the college, stealing stuff from certain celebrities. I was really a mess when I was young. But when I look at my journey in life, all those things made me who I am today. And, I take from being a man seriously, being accountable for my actions seriously, being a gentleman, being a dad, being a businessman, keeping my word as a man. That's important. So all those trials and errors that I made in life made me a better man today. And I'm still glad that I'm here to use it and teach you young people and the people who follow me the importance of being solid every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will chime in and say that since I've met him, I mean, he's very much. He still got that New Jersey East Coast thing in him because he's like, it's always get to the point. He's not rude, but it's always like, what's up? Like,
right.
Like, here's what's up. You hear is okay. So what's the reason? So, but once we get that out of the way, he'll get to mentoring. I don't even know if he's doing it, if he knows he's doing it and we'll get to talking, and I'm just listening to the wisdom that he's telling me. He was like, "Fam, believe me," and he's like, "I'm telling you, I've been doing this," and he'll start telling me that, and I'm just listening. I'm just soaking it up,
Yes.
And I really appreciate
because
that.
what happens with successful people when you meet people through life, when you start talking to other industry people, other people in business, everybody wants to see who has the biggest dick or the biggest titties. So everybody is talking about their accomplishments instead of getting right to the point. And I always try to teach people, just because you meet someone one day doesn't mean you should go into business with them tomorrow, the day after. This is how people get disappointed and people decisions because you get so excited that you met such and such, and it could turn out to be just a flop. Now you done told this person, that person about the opportunity, and what we have to realize in this world, even in entertainment, 99% of the people are full of shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Full of shit.
Yeah.
And this is why you have to go out and create your own and try to cut out the middleman. Some people get lucky because they get inheritance. Some people get lucky because someone believed in them. And I truly feel that people got to find a way to do it on their own, but have realistic ideas. What I've learned in my life is that people have unrealistic dreams. And either they got the dream and not the money, or they got the money and not the talent.
Yes.
And any business that you're in, you have to truly have worked in it for a while to understand it from the ground up. And that's how you have to do business. So I always try to, when Valentine calls me, I always slow him down because he's always so excited.
Yes.
He's always so excited. And that's good to have.
Right.
But I like to give him that reality, like slow down for a minute and think realistically. And if he thinks realistically, he'll make better decisions. And it'll prevent him from getting hurt a lot with these so-called entertainers. Because, see, we all think we're celebrities, right? Yeah. In our heads. You can do the smallest thing, you think you're a celebrity. You've done this, you think you're a celebrity. But I know what being a celebrity is about, and I've seen it. To this day, there's only one big celebrity in music, and one big celebrity in stand-up comedy.
Who
And
are
the
they?
greatest entertainer stand-up comedy, hands down, was Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And I'm not just talking about movies. I'm talking about when we used to hang out. I used to hang with him. When we used to go out and the way the people would react, the energy, the excitement. I remember hanging with Eddie. We were on the dance floor at this club in the Beverly Center back in the 80s. Y'all wasn't even born yet. Prince, everybody's in there. We dancing to The Doves Cry.
Oh.
Some of the most entertaining, rich, it was just off the chain. Or hanging out at Carl's and Charlie's with L.A. Reid before he was executive record producer. Prince's girls. What's the girls? The backup group
Apollonia
girls?
and
Vanity.
Vanity.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the skinny girl's name? The little young one.
Oh, Vanity.
It was.
I don't know.
It was three
Apollonia?
of them. One was older, and it was one that she looked like she was Indian or Chinese.
I don't know.
Apollonia.
I was thinking Apollonia, but I'm not sure.
No, Apollonia was the lead. This girl was the background singer.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, you get a chance, look at her picture. Now, me and her went on a date once. I'm in my black Mercedes
word?
Benz.
Jacinta.
It was rented. Black Mercedes Benz.
I
Top down. So we're coming down Carlos and Charlie's on Sunset Boulevard, and the damn car slides, and I run right into this damn building. Never got a chance to fuck. I was so disappointed.
Oh my God. Yo, this dude is
I
real.
was like, is that the end of the story?
I love this dude. He's
Where
real.
are we going with this?
I was so mad. So that's what happened that day in the 80s.
That's so
I'm thinking
funny.
about it now.
No,
Very disappointed.
but to your point though about like, whenever you meet somebody and don't be in such a rush to work with folks because you will get disappointed. I've definitely dealt with that too, and I'm glad that I've noticed that and I've learned this early in my career as well.
Yes.
Because I've had people who like wanted to write with me because I'm also a writer, so I've had people who wanted to like sit down and write with me and stuff. But then I write my piece or I have my portion of it. Where's your shit?
Yeah.
They don't have it yet. Well, bitch, it's been 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have networks waiting on us, like shit like that. So it's some of those things where it's like I'm glad that I've just learned like you just got to keep it moving too.
Some people don't have the professional follow through.
You have to have the discipline.
That's so true.
You have to.
They don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to teach them, that you guys, believe it or not, you guys are mentors and leaders as well. So when you see people who have that potential, you have to take the time to teach them too, because it's, believe it or not, a lot of people just don't know how to conduct business. Yep. The one on the left, what's her name?
I saw the one on the thanks, India. That was POTUS.
Yeah, she was so. And shout out to POTUS too. Me and her go way back. Her and I forgot the gentleman's name. We was trying to produce my first.
She said Jeff.
Yep.
Definitely.
My first
Def
album,
Jeff.
believe it or not, way back in the day, it was good too. But what happened, what's so great now compared to then, we had to go through people. We had to meet this person, to meet that person, to be in the building with that person. Mm-hmm. And what you guys have now, think about it. You putting your own show out. You calling your own shots. You ain't got to try to sell this to somebody who going to have their own idea and try to change what your vision is to what they think. You doing this on your own. And whether you make millions off it or thousands or no money at all, guess what? You doing what you want to do, and you don't have to answer to nobody, and that's priceless.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I've been very much a go-getter or a person to do it or get shit done.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe in sitting around waiting for somebody to grant me, money or say
forever.
no. Yeah, you'll sit forever. I'm like, no, I can do it myself.
You'll sit forever. You sure
I'll
will.
figure it out. It may not be all grand.
Right. It may not be what you want exactly, but it's done.
Yeah, and I'll get there.
Yes.
I use my money and resources to the best of my ability to make my vision come true.
As long as you keep trying, that's the key.
Yeah. Truly.
That's the key. And I know you guys are talking about the president, but let's not give a fool any more attention.
Not at all.
Let's talk about something very important. Let's talk about the program First Ladies with Michelle Obama that aired last night on CNN.
What's the name of it? The First Ladies. Yes, I do remember.
First Ladies.
Yes, I didn't see it, but I remember.
Yeah, we got to start giving power to people who deserve it, because that man is just a sideshow. And we have to really stop giving him, even though it's good for talk show and ratings and all this kind of stuff. And it's good to know what's going on. but it's a distraction. And I took the time to watch First Ladies last night, and it was very impressive. And I didn't know she went to Princeton University, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched her
she went to
documentary on
Princeton.
Netflix.
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
found that out yesterday.
Yeah.
Becoming.
And the thing that was interesting is that how she really had to overcome racism. Like, these people was really on her neck, calling her a monkey, calling her all these different things.
While she
And
was
you
in the
would think-
office?
While she was in office.
Wow, I need to watch
And
this, First
they
Lady.
just really never talked about it, but it was just bad because, social media 8 years ago was really just coming in. So once they started getting on Twitter and social media, I mean, it was really rough what that woman went through, guys. And that's the reason why I want to bring that up. And everybody who's watching this program, take the time to watch First Ladies with Michelle Obama. You will really appreciate her a lot more.
I'm gonna watch it between tonight and tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah,
I do remember
definitely
seeing the previews, but I didn't get to see it.
I don't got cable, so
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. Now, what do you use to watch TV?
What do I use? I use my mama's Direct TV, whatchamacallit, so I'll just plug that shit in and watch it then later.
Okay, all right. So you still stay with your mom?
No, I do not. My mom's in Dallas. I'm out here in LA.
Okay. I was going to say you should be rich then.
I would be, but no.
If we all lived at our mothers to this age, we all be
the money I would have saved.
Not my mama. She'd be like, you got to pay rent.
Oh.
She'd be like, and you paying rent on. Ever since I was 16, I had a summer youth employment job.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she would be like, you need to learn now. It's bills you need to pay and rent need to be due. And you need to make sure no matter all your bills are paid, you need to pay the rent. So you have a roof over your head and you're going to start now.
Oh.
Now, what
That's
I didn't
true.
know at the time was she was saving the money. So when it was time to go back to school, she used it to buy my back to school clothes and stuff.
Right.
But
she's smart.
But
Your mom went to
you
college.
paid for it.
yeah, she did.
Your mom went to college?
She's a master's in social work.
Yeah, most people who went to college do shit like that. Yeah, most people who went to college.
She got on my damn nerves back then.
Just awesome.
Right. No, I can't live with my mom. Definitely not for long periods of time either. Because I'm
it happens
I'm
with
an only
women as
child,
they get old.
so
I don't know why.
all her energy would be towards me because I'm an only child. So she don't
Oh,
got
wow.
nobody else to spend that energy on, and she asks 1,001 fucking questions, and I can't answer
Right.
them all.
My brother.
That could be irritating.
You know.
Yeah, that could be irritating.
TK.
I totally agree.
TK, if it was something you could change right now that you did in your life, maybe a pivotal
moment.
Yes. Yeah, but it was something you could change in your life. If you could go back and do it, what would it be?
Ooh.
You know what? I think what if I could change in my life, when my mother was dying, she asked me to stay the night with her in the hospital. And I truly wish that night I would have stayed with her, but I was just so busy chasing the dream. I came back the next day, but I think about that the most. When she asked me to stay the night, I should have spent the night in the hospital with my mother. I think that would have did something for her. And I think at my age now, understanding and appreciating life, that I would feel a lot better as well. So that's something that I would change. Everything else has been the way it's supposed to be.
Let me tell us about a challenge or some challenges you had along the way. They were like big moments, big decisions that you had to make, and how did you make them?
Well, big decisions. Big decisions to me always came when I caught a case, and how I had to fight cases because I was doing things that were stupid. So I was putting myself in jams that nobody else was doing. I was doing myself. But the same energy I would use to beat a case, I said, wow, if I just took that same energy that I would use to beat a case, put towards my career, my career would be totally different. So, I'm just involved with so many things. I just move in silence. I've always been that way. I try not to tell too many people what I'm into, what I do. I just do a couple things that's on the surface. But I blessed a lot of people, made them extremely successful, have a few businesses, made a lot of people a lot of money in my career, giving knowledge and all this kind of stuff. And that's just how my life has turned out. And I just really appreciate what's happened for me, to be honest with you. I'm at peace. And I hope that everybody, whether you're in entertainment or whatever you're going through, you find that the thing that's most priceless in life, and that's peace of mind.
How did you? Well, I know you said you met Eazy-E while you were with Bobby Brown, touring with Bobby Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you opening up like comedy for Bobby Brown?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, yo. Ain't nobody did it like TK Kirkland. When I say, I'm for real. We used to have this club called the Palladium when we was growing up.
Yeah.
And not only did I hang out with New Edition when they were kids, I hung out with New Edition when they was children. We all stayed at this hotel, believe it or not, because I hung with them so much. Because David Jones, if David Jones is still alive, shout out to David Jones. David Jones was a friend of Eddie Murphy's. But everybody that was with Warner Brothers at this time stayed at this hotel on Franklin right there in Hollywood. It's not there anymore. Mm-hmm. So this is where all the artists for Warner Brothers stayed at. So New Edition stayed there. Different celebrities, Stevie Wonder's people stayed there. So I hung out there a lot. So as we all grew in the business, one thing led to another. I mean, I even toured with Teddy Riley and Guy.
What?
Yeah, Teddy Riley and Guy.
Yes.
That was just an awesome situation. I toured, we'll go get deep from it. I toured not just with Teddy Riley and Guy, The Whispers, Patti LaBelle, Madonna, AMG, Second to None, Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Oh, that's
The Whispers.
Let me ask
the list goes on.
How were you received?
When we talk about rap was on lock, huh?
How were you received from the audience? I'm opening up as a comic, and they were there to see
for an R&B crowd
and
and funk and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's how gifted you have to truly be. And I don't want to sound egotistical, but you got to come up with different styles. Like when you do R&B, you wear a dress shirt and tie or just look nice on stage. When you do a rap concert, you got the baseball cap on. It's all about your presentation. So I was able to do all of that, and the rap concerts was insane. Nobody was working more rap groups in the 80s and 90s than me, because I toured with everybody from NWA to Jay-Z, the Hard Knock Life tour, to Luke, to...
Wait. All right, so you know how you just told us the story of the young lady you got into a car accident with. I want to hear a story of when you toured with Luke.
Well, here's the thing. Even though I toured with Luke, even though when I toured with Teddy Riley and Guy, the Cash Money Millionaires, I was about 7 to 8 years probably older than them, or maybe 4. So by me being independent, I was never what you call a groupie with them.
You wasn't hanging
I was my own man, always my own man.
Yeah.
So I would do the shows. In the show, they would get on the bus. I'd catch a flight to the next city. I would catch a flight to the next city and be there when they got there. Got my own hotel room. I didn't have to go through everything they went through. I was independent. I was totally independent all the way. So, I stayed at the best hotels. I had, when we come to the concert, because I was doing this way before they got famous, I already had girlfriends in certain places. So when I would come to the spot with them,
Listen, on your podcast, you talked about managing Sandra Bullock. How did that come about?
What?
That came about through two gentlemen. Because when I brought DL Hughley in the morning, Mike Epps, Godfrey, we had met this young lady named Sandra Bullock, and we snatched her up, and we was together for 20 years. Yep, 20 years, until her mother died. When her mother died, her father got an ear, because most people are vulnerable when tragedy happens in their life. So that's how we lost the gig after that.
Okay. I know a lot of people should know by now that DL Hughley, actually you're a mentor of his.
Yes. DL's my man. Our relationship was really close. He got, if you see his tattoos, he got all that from me. He named his son after my son.
You guys have similar personalities to me. You too.
Yeah, he followed the rules of what I taught him to this day. I told him no matter how rich he gets, he should never stop working, and he's followed that all the way to the end, and I'm really proud of them.
Mm-hmm. But TK, I just want to let you know really quickly, a big part of this show is whenever we have like seasoned vets on like you, we like to create a space where newer up and coming comedians can call in and ask you questions. And it's an avenue that they probably would never have any other time, to kind of
yes.
And, it's like a mentor type of thing. I think that's a really big piece of Comedic Minds, the podcast, right?
Yes.
Bridging the gap. So I just want to let you know in about another 4 to 5 minutes, we'll be Skyping in Darion. His name is Darion Atkins. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. But
cool.
But we actually met him out here. He came to perform at the Laugh Factory about a year ago. And we met him then.
Dang, but
before, I know, right? Time flies. So, but before we go over there, I just wanted to say that because once we get him online, the show will be over before you know it. And but before we kind of get him in on the conversation, I wanted to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you from the day. I like straightforward motherfuckers, like me personally.
Please be direct.
And I always feel like I know where I stand with TK. I know what he's thinking. I know he tells me exactly how he's feeling, and I don't never feel like I had to read between the lines.
Yeah.
And I feel like when he I'm not for nothing. I feel like he like an uncle when he talks to me.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
listening. Like I'm listening.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm listening with a grain of salt and stuff like that, but I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm taking it in. And I think that I know that. It's just funny how the world works. I think sometimes because I swear for God, I always, before I even met him and I was looking at him, online, like I look at a lot of people, and I'm like, this dude is talented.
Yeah.
Like, but I never thought that I would actually meet him and have the opportunity to work with him one day, actually
Full
know
circle.
him. I'm like, literally, TK, when I couldn't believe that I was talking to you on the phone a couple times. Like,
Right.
I was like, I can't believe I'm
real.
fucking talking to TK. Like I would just, not too long ago, like looking at this dude. Now we actually, working on a project together that, God willing, in the next few months will really go big places.
And I see you learned. You don't talk about it.
No, I don't.
We get it right.
Hell nah. No.
Right. That's
no.
right.
But I'm like, wow. I think about it often. Like, damn. Like, yo, like I can't wait. And I think that, literally, he was one of the first people who, when I had to think about who I wanted to be a part of the project, I was like, motherfucking TK Kirkland.
Lit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was on, and I'm glad I was able to, hang out with you. So, try to make this thing work.
Yes,
that's all we could do is try to help people out. You can't nobody make unless you help somebody.
We were just talking about that before the show. I was like, I believe in black nepotism. I believe in you got to reach back and help out your fellow black people for real, because we have to pave the way for one thing.
I can tell you. You want to help people out, but what people fail to not do is check the person's character that you're going to help out. See, we help out people who have the worst character sometimes.
But
and when they grow to be, let me finish. And when they grow to be successful, they have the worst attitude. They feel like they don't owe you nothing because you put them on. And I have a street philosophy. And so when you put someone on, it's their duty to make sure they look out for you. But in today's world, when you look out for people and you help them fly, they'll shit on you. So be careful who you help.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
I agree. I usually figured that out in the first project that we work on, like how they deal with things, how they deal with business, how they deal with, just being a stand-up person and a good partner in the business project as we go along, what their ethical and moral code is like, and how they treat me, how they treat the other people that we are involving in the project. That's how I usually judge this person as we go along, and lets me know after this, never again.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that was cool. So I got bigger plans for this. Yeah. And I got this too. And I start talking about more. And it depends on my experience as I go along. But if my experience is bad, I'm like, ooh, when this is over, I cannot wait.
I feel that.
To leave.
I feel that too. Because that's a learning lesson in that too. It's like, the type of environments that you do work well in, and the ones where you're just like, I ain't never doing this shit again. Tell you that. Yeah. Ooh. What about me?
Okay, so let's.
What?
You want to introduce that? Well, Darion is up. Darion.
Darion.
Because we definitely got to make sure he gets his name right.
Darion.
That's how I remember it. House of Darion.
That is the only way. I'm so sorry.
That's how I mean, he doesn't know that. Well, now he does.
Yeah,
but that's how I remember his name. I'll be like, oh, House of Darion.
Yeah, because every time we see it, I'm just like, oh, Darion.
Yeah. Darion, you there?
Yeah, right.
Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh, what's up, Darion? Yay, welcome.
What's up, D? What's up?
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
We doing
it's
good.
It's a pleasure, family.
Listen.
Hey, how does pandemic treat y'all?
Oh.
You know, I'm taking the good, as much good as I possibly can. My career is thriving, but my relationship and my sex life is trash. But it's all good.
But why is it trash when you in the house?
Okay. You need to get you a quarantine buddy or something.
Right.
I don't know. I'm kind of a germaphobe. I don't really trust people right now. But it's okay. It's okay. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay. All right. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, Darion, welcome back to Comedic Mines.
Yes.
It's great to have you. We have you here with TK Kirkland, of course. And I know that Jacinta, the co-executive producer, probably, I think, asked you to prepare some questions for TK. So I'm going to let you shoot with your first one.
Okay, cool. TK, first and foremost, how you doing, man? Good to speak to you. Definitely. I want to ask you, do you remember your first time performing, doing stand-up?
Yeah, believe it or not, I did like a so-so audition trying out at college, and no one really liked me. It was just crazy. So I didn't start really doing stand-up till 2 years later. But what I did was, once I got it going, I always had a business mindset. So I wrote for 2 or 3 weeks. I went to the Comedy Store on amateur night, did extremely well, but I'm going for the big time immediately. So I get the suit. I'm throwing a comedy show because I knew everybody in LA. So I'm throwing this comedy show. I got my partner to help out, but I'm giving away free tickets. Now watch where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm free tickets. So at the end of the night, everybody having a good time, drinks. It was packed. I think I paid $4. So my boy who was with me, who helped me all that time, because I'm fair, I gave him $2 and I took $2.
Come on and break bread, then.
Listen.
That guest list shit too much now.
Yeah.
How was it working around people like Robin Harris back in the day?
It was awesome because he was truly gifted. And you got to remember, when someone has 12 to 13 years on you as a stand-up, they look like a god to you, right? You're starting, and you want to learn so much about stand-up comedy, but then you see this man who is just on a whole nother level. So it taught me a lot because we was able to learn so much from it. And I think I was a great student to the class of Robin Harris.
Okay. Yeah. What about Bernie, man? How was Bernie as a person, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know Bernie very well, but we knew each other. He respected me. I respected him. When I used to do his room in Chicago, I used to come, he really blew up. He really loved my stand-up. And the thing about stand-up comedy is you never know who's going to make it.
Yes.
The thing that you got to remember about entertainment, the person that you know that you're funnier than might be at the right place at the right time, get his break before you, because you got to remember, in Hollywood, they only let a few people in the gate at a time. And what happens as stand-up comedians, we all just want to be famous, but we never think about becoming an agent. We never become a producer, and we got to start getting comedians to become agents at William Morris, at CAA, and all the top agencies, so that they have a finger on the true talent that's really out there in the world. Not to take anything away from Bernie Mac. What I'm saying is the people who really are supposed to blow up don't blow up because we don't have us, the people who are really out there, who see who's funny and who's not funny, can't tell nobody else, yo, those are the people right there. And we get white America to choose who they think is funny, and they take that person and pour it on the black community. And that's why you hear when certain people make up, that person's not funny, that person's not funny, because we allow the white industry to pick the person for us.
Church, you hear that, man?
So you down in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in the A right now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm coming in tomorrow. So I have a big show.
Wow.
Wednesday at Compound. I'll leave you 2 tickets.
Okay.
It's me and Goody Mob. Shit gonna be off the chain.
That's lit.
Yo, you better go.
Hey,
Yeah,
long as he don't forget about me, man, I'm there.
Oh no, I'm a man of my word. So
Nah, he not
Valentine,
like
to give you my number.
You better be there, Darion.
Don't call me till Wednesday. Am I right, Valentine?
Yes. He a man of his word, and he said call on Wednesday. Call on Wednesday.
Yeah, call me. He'll give you my number. Call me on Wednesday at like 2:00. If you late, you done.
Oh,
You
that's another thing.
I'll be there.
Oh, hold on. We can
And
say feedback.
I'll leave you 2 tickets.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Any more questions, family?
Yeah, Darion, you need to remember.
Hey, listen, I just want to let you know, man. Hey, you a vet. I look up to you, man. I appreciate everything you did.
Comedy? Do you go uptown in the Comedic Theater? You go do the
Oh
room?
yeah, man. Yeah, I've been doing all that. I'm booked for the Chocolate Sundays again in January, but ain't no telling what's gonna happen with this COVID.
Right. Okay, so are you touring? Are you making money? What you doing?
Yeah, and I just filmed a TV pilot last Sunday. So
okay,
I'm trying to get my foot in there, man. About 8 years.
Okay, all right. So you just became a comic, and I tell people you got to have 4 to 8 years of training before you say you're a stand-up comic.
He's really funny.
Okay, good. All right, we'll give you a shot.
Definitely. Hey, I'll be there, man. I'll be at your show.
Okay.
That's lit.
Yeah, that'll be all right. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy yourself. Now I'm not gonna hang around you and babysit you.
No.
Just let you know how I move. I don't want you like that. TK ain't say hi. I ain't got time to say hi to your ass. I'm just gonna get you in. You say hello, and that's it. I ain't gonna sit around and talking to you. I ain't got time for all that. But I will get you in the building.
Okay, cool. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Comedic Minds is coming
Making
together.
connections happen and shit before our very eyes.
Yes, this is what I created this show for.
Yes, you are a connection, Valentine.
I'm really.
Wait, let me call Ivana out real quick because she
Ivana.
ain't been answering my DMs, yo. I tried to get your number. I had to ask you a question about LA. You on here talking about connecting all these black people. You need to answer your motherfucking DM.
That's right.
You were probably DMing me when I was busy discussing something else with other people.
Oh my God!
You know what? You know what? Look, you light skinned, so I expect you to make an excuse.
Oh my
Thank
God!
you.
No excuses. Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable.
Nice
That's my
try.
nigga right there.
Nice
I like holding people accountable.
Yo,
You feel me?
I'm telling you, you and Darion have some similarities. I'm telling you.
Yes, that's good. He got to hold him accountable, baby.
He is no joke. Trust me.
Right, that's right. So listen, everybody, Valentine.
Yes.
The young lady, Darion,
Ivana.
is I pronouncing that right?
Darion.
Darion.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I gotta go, y'all. My time is up. Mr. Valentine know how I move.
Yes.
Listen, I like the format with Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine,
Yes.
I think that I'm glad that you chose to be the host of your own program because I think you know how it's supposed to be done, how it's supposed to move. And without knowing who the hell you was for a minute, I was going to call you and say, yo, that motherfucker is really good. And it turns out to be you.
I'm so done.
You know, so I think it's a blessing. Shout out to my baby behind the scenes, Miss Otis. That's a true woman and classy young lady. Like I said, me and her known each other for 30 years. And guys, I thank you. And you guys keep it up. And hopefully we'll do this again.
Yes, definitely, TK. Take it. What do you got going? Oh, you already told us the show coming up in January.
Well, I got the show this Wednesday.
And your podcast.
I got the show this Wednesday at Goody Mob. But then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm in Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club. If you can get tickets, I think it's sold out. But make sure you bring your mask. We ain't, trying to put 200-300 people together and get COVID because I'm truly at the age where I can get sick. So I'm trying to make it through. I'm trying to get 30 more summers out of this life. So that's my goal. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at TK_Kirkland. If you listen to the podcast today, which came out, new episode, we have the great Michael Williams. And Darion and Valentine, y'all should know about Mr. Michael Williams. Mr. Michael Williams is the man who started the Comedic Theater in Los Angeles, California. The Comedic Theater is the birthplace for every Black comedian in the world. If you in comedy, you should do your homework on the Comedic Theater, the Regency West, where Robert Harris, Ricky Harris, Sinbad, Martin Lawrence, T.K. Kirkland, Don Reed, etc., all got the opportunities to work and become great comedians. So if you get a chance to listen to the episode, Michael Williams on the T.K. Kirkland podcast. I wish you guys the best. May your pain be champagne.
Yes, sir. All right. Thanks, TK.
All right, man.
Take care of yourself.
Appreciate you. Darion.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Thanks for calling in.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Did you listen to the hot topics? Not hot. Crucial topics. Crucial topics.
Nah, I ain't hear it.
You didn't catch that? Nah, we was talking about Donald Trump, but we're not gonna get that no more.
We not.
No more shine.
He don't need no type of publicity from us.
That's very true. Not at all. But listen, make sure you go to the show TK told you about in Atlanta. And I'll text you the number.
You know what's crazy? That show that y'all see me perform at, he was performing on that show too. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Was that the same
Full
day?
fucking circle.
Oh shit. That's the same night.
Damn.
Look, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what's up. I think you should. Well, I'm gonna send you his number. Just make sure you stay in touch and all that. You know what I mean? Because he got some stuff going on. I'd love to see you. Be a part of it.
Lit.
What's new, man? What's new with y'all, man?
I mean, I can't. We had to talk offline for that. We got to talk offline about that. But,
I mean, like I said, my career is cool. Like, I'm on a couple shows and shit, but like, it's rough out here. Shit. Because LA is still locked down, so you can't really go nowhere like that. In the places that are open, I don't feel comfortable. I just don't.
I
was just in LA like a month or two ago, and they act like COVID just happened yesterday.
It's locked the fuck down.
Yeah.
Out here.
I don't trust too much. I mean, I personally
exactly. And it's too populated. We're on top of each other.
Although now I do, because I got tired of working out in the house, I do go to the gym. The gym is outside though, but I swear to God, I'll wipe and spray, and I'll be like, nah. Before I touch the machine, I'm wiping down, spraying like crazy.
Absolutely.
I don't trust these motherfuckers.
I'm scared to take myself out to eat right now, so I'm just like, ugh. I'm still getting takeout. I am still getting takeout.
Listen, y'all, Atlanta is wide open. Ain't
so
nothing
is Dallas.
Closed.
Really?
Dallas is wide the fuck open.
That's because y'all Republican run.
Well, but they have more open space out in Dallas too. I will say that. So
and Atlanta too.
True, but Atlanta, they having like foam parties and shit. They out twerking on each other and shit.
I saw a video. I saw a video of that. I was so embarrassed and ashamed.
I mean, get it how you live, sis, but like, I'm not trying to catch COVID just shaking my ass. I'm not doing that.
They was twerking. You're right.
Sorry.
Honestly, I think this shit is fake. So I'm having the time of my life.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Listen, I'm enjoying these cheap flights while they cheap.
I agree with that.
Flights from LAX to Dallas are so cheap.
That. Yes. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Ain't you going to Atlanta?
I know that's right.
Jacinta's going to Atlanta this weekend.
Did you get a good deal, Jacinta? I know that's right. See?
You should meet up. Darion, you should meet up with Jacinta.
Yeah,
I already talked about it.
Her.
Yeah, she'll be in Atlanta this weekend. Okay,
definitely.
Jacinta be making her own plans and telling me what she's doing. She ain't say, Valentine, you want to go?
I love that. Okay.
She'd be like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'd be like, oh, you have a life. She have such a life.
Hey, look. Sounds about Ivana.
Whatever.
You need to check your DMs.
I'm sorry. I do not check my DMs like that.
She was fancy.
Whatever.
It don't even matter now though, because I think I told you Valentine, I was finna move to LA. So I was just trying to get the feel of like.
Do you still want to come out to LA like that though?
Not right now. I want to wait till it open up and you know.
All right, you guys. It's time to close the show. Darion, thank you for coming in. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a part of this episode. With TK, you helped to make this show what I envisioned.
Truly, this
he don't even know what to say.
So much more than I was expecting.
No, really,
I love seeing like connections and networks happen in front of me.
Yes,
like,
when that happened, I'm like, yo, this is what I created this freaking platform to do, you know. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
So make sure you go to the show so I could feel like I actually made something happen. Go to the show.
But you need to go to the show
I'm
because we all saw it. We're going to hold you accountable.
Listen, anything y'all need, y'all know I'm only a call away, man. Let me know.
Yes, most definitely. I think you mad talented. You definitely one of the up and comings that I talk about.
Word.
You,
Man.
George K. Burns, from Jersey, PD Ranzel. It's those three, I think. Oh my God, what's her name? She won. She was runner up on No, she was runner up for the comedy competition last year. Brianna. Oh, you said Brianna?
Yeah.
Brianna. I'm sorry. Brianna. Oh my
Yes.
God. You four are amazing. All right, so
Man,
we gotta go. They telling me I'm starting to go over my time.
Where can everybody find you?
Thank you for coming to Comedic Minds. Remember, all you guys that's out there listening, please subscribe, like this video. If you would like to be considered to be an up and coming comedian, to come on the show and probably connect and vibe with a seasoned vet, please leave a comment with your social media handle, and that's what's up.
Yes.
You can find us me and the show on Crucial Conversations TV. That's the social media for Instagram.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Hey I'm Ivana. That's at Hey I'm IVANNA.
Yes. Hey, I'm Ivana.
and follow me, y'all. Darion Comedy, Darion Comedy. Follow
Yes. Say it one more time.
Darion Comedy. It's all together.
Yes. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next week where we will be with Melody Camacho. You have to get that out. Melody Camacho. All right. Thanks for coming. Peace.
Peace out.